welcome back to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show right here in your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
And remember, our goal is always to guide you to personal and financial wellness.
Yo, you're back with Don Gelly and Gino Fronte with the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show in the second half of the show. And we told you it was going to be good, but actually it's going to be better than we thought because we were teasing you at the break about Lou's need. Gosh, I got it. How is it, Lou?
Like, want, need,
and afford. Okay, so we were teasing that up, and we know this is basically kind of what we're getting to in the first two segments about where we're at in the economy, where you at with this and that. So Lou is about to head off because he's got a meeting, but we talked him into staying for at least one more segment to dive deeper in this because this is something you really need to either listen to for yourself or for your children or for your grandchildren, whoever it is. You can share this because this is great info, Lou. I love this. We're going to write the book on it. We're going to work on the book. I'm telling you.
It's a test, right? It's a should I or shouldn't I buy this item, good, whatever it is.
And some of you are not going to like this.
You know, basically what it is, it's a self-honesty test. You know, so you the newest smartphone is out.
Yeah. Oh, that was nice of you to keep it generic since we're a divided group.
The newest smartphone is out. I like that. Oh, that's nice.
It's only $1,000.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I want that. So those two are really easy, right?
Yep.
So like and want.
Sure.
So you go to wherever it is that you're going to buy the smartphone, and they say, oh, this is how much it is, and you can pay this much a month, and you go, great. Like and want has been taken care of. Now, you stop because you've listened to the show. You go, right? Do I need that smartphone?
What did Uncle Lou say about that thing?
Uncle Lou. You know, do I need that smartphone? Well, I have a smartphone. It does everything I ask it to do.
Do I really need a slightly better camera?
I do. I need that. Okay, now you've tricked yourself into saying, I need that. Afford. Afford is really you're being absolutely honest with yourself. You know, and it goes back to when I was in college. I remember my finance classes. I have a degree in finance and accounting, and the finance professor says, before you go out and buy something, and he didn't have those four things that I just shared with you. He'd say, do you have 6 months of savings that cover all of your regular personal expenses? Do you have retirement set aside? Do you have life insurance? Do you have health insurance? You know,
you could add disability insurance.
Have you taken care of all of the contingencies so that if you find yourself out of work tomorrow, for the next 6 months, you can continue to move along while you're looking for another job opportunity? And if the answer to that question honestly is no, you can't afford. Don't buy the smartphone. Even though it's just...
You know what your nickname is going to be. It's not Uncle Lou. It's Uncle Stop.
Right. Well, what was the Saturday Night Live? Debbie Downer?
Yes. Yeah, totally.
But, what I've seen after...
But those emotions, a lot of it's emotional. And marketing's brilliant. Nobody's better than the fruit.
Amazon, okay. Jeff Bezos, does not want you to ask those four questions.
Heck no.
He just wants you to ask the first two
questions. Either does Apple or any of those guys. Right. They're brilliant at marketing.
Westfield wouldn't be open.
Right.
Yeah, and in fact, in 2007 and 2008, when the economy hit the fan,
they're on a little bit of trouble.
Went, like, want, need, afford. Oh, I can't afford it.
Right.
Right.
They're okay with it.
Or we talked about the trigger being gas. Right. It was do I pay for gas? Do I pay for food? Do I pay for housing? That was the afford question.
Yeah, well, we did a college planning seminar this week, and we talked a little bit about affordability. And so the other thing you didn't mention in there is, hey, have you put aside money for your kids' college?
Right.
If that's something you want to do.
Should you?
Yeah, if that's something you want to do.
And the question we had, Rob Schwartz, who's been on our show, our college planner, he goes, I know your child wants to go to that mega school. It's their dream. can you really afford it?
Right.
Is it right? Are there other options that can actually maybe give them a better education and maybe pay for it?
And because he was talking about rankings and saying you're being lied to, you're being told that you have to go to this school or you will never have a good paying job.
Well, look, especially in California, you get the high school counselors advising kids only to go to community colleges or UCs. There are hundreds, no, there are thousands of schools across America where your kid can go to school and afford it.
Yeah. And that's
And
what
get a great-
Robin
and get a
Lightens,
great
though.
education.
I know, Rob's great
Yeah,
that way.
because he'll be like, okay, what if you didn't go here and you went to Colorado or you went to Iowa or you went to Michigan? We're talking Michigan State, not like, some bodunk. You can go to those schools because they want California students, and they may pay for you to
Look,
go.
New York State schools, where I graduated from. I graduated from University of Albany, okay, go to the business school. If your kid has a grade point average at the top, let's say 3.8 and above, and they apply to a New York State school, they're likely to get up to a $7,000 a year academic scholarship.
Yeah.
And New York State schools, room and board, tuition, room and board will cost you $25,000. A UC will cost you $36,000. $7,000. Now you're down to $18,000.
Yep.
That's affordable higher education in an East Coast school.
Nice.
But you got to deal with the cold.
There's that.
Yeah, okay.
You survived.
I survived, but I left.
Just long enough to stay in school.
And
yeah.
someone will go back and then come back again.
I got in my '69 Buick LeSabre on June 10th, 1981, and 28 days later I was here, and I never looked back.
No doubt.
So, like, want, need, afford,
Right.
essential. We don't know what the triggering event is, but people should sit down on a regular basis and take a look at where they are financially. They should really be honest with themselves. Even a small item of purchase, when you continue to add that monthly payment, all of a sudden you have nothing left at the end of the day. Like, want, need, afford is really the way that people manage their
Well, that
financial
and the
affairs.
emotion piece of it, because there's so many times you're just caught up in the emotion of it. But there's a lot of times where you can take a beat and not buy it,
Right.
and wait a week, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, I'm glad I didn't buy that phone. I don't really need that phone.
Right.
Like, the emotion went away. It's kind of like there's never a time I go to the gym, even though I wake up like, there's never a time I leave the gym ever going, I wish I didn't do that.
Okay.
Ever. So, thank you.
Even when his shoulder's all busted up.
Yep. Yeah, I might be sore, like being upset, but I'm never bummed that
So
I went
again,
to the gym.
like, want, need, and afford,
All right. And a financial tune-up every year. So
Right.
how do they get a hold of
Husband
you?
Law.
husbandlaw.com.
Beautiful.
Husband Law. Thank you for staying for another segment. buddy.
Hey,
That
my
was really
pleasure.
good, 'cause
Awesome.
That's great information. I hope you're listening, and if you need to find out more about that, we always record these. Thank you to Furman back there with
All
AP
right, Furman.
Productions. And it's on our YouTube channel at donandgino.com. Stay tuned. We got the last segment. You got Don and Gino come back to give you a market update.